Hello guys and welcome to my channel again. I'm going to be doing a quick video here. I actually wanted this to be a single video, but due to the limitations that we get with YouTube, I cannot upload a video that is longer than 15 minutes, so this is going to be a two-part video. Basically guys, all that we're going to be talking about is just simple things that people may not know about the game, and I hope that you enjoy. Just let me know in the comments if there is anything extra that you maybe know and you think that the other people don't know. It would be great if you can do that. Okay guys, so this is a very small one, and I know that some of you are going to be saying like, no shit, Highlander, everyone knows about this. And yeah, 80% of you already know about this, but there is this 20% of people that is new, and then they may not be aware of this. Guys, you actually can change the characters during the first turn of a battle. Like, you can select the characters that you're going to be using because you think that maybe this character is going to be better, or maybe yeah, I definitely need this buff, and yeah, a character die and I revive it and I want to add it back to the team. Yes guys, you can definitely do this during the first turn of the battle. Just change everything up and then just be able to finish the battle without any problems. Something else that you can do guys, and this is just for testing purposes, you may want to remove a specific character for the team, right? And all you have to do is just do this, and then now you can just test how much damage this unit is going to be able to do, right? It's just for testing purposes, but it's there, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. Okay guys, so this may be something that you already know, but I just want to point this out. Maybe someone is missing this information, so just want to make sure that I have it out there. So guys, buff actually stack. So you can stack the buff that Ariness is giving you, which is 30% crit rate and 70% attack, with the buff that you are able to get from Helena. Helena at +5 will give you 70% magic attack and 50% crit rate. So basically, you can have 80% crit rate just by using Helena and Ariness in the same team. And then you can do something like similar to what I'm doing right here, which is to use a hybrid thing. Like, you can use someone physical damage and someone like magical damage, and then the last one could be either physical or magical. It doesn't matter because you are covering both of the damages with the two buff. And the most important thing is that you can go with only getting 20% crit rate in your units, right? You just get 20% crit rate. And after you have that 20% crit rate, then you focus everything on crit damage. Why? Because you're going to be having 80% crit rate for free already, plus the 20 is already 100%. Then if you go with full crit damage, then you would be able to do massive amounts of damage every time, and you're not going to be crit fishing anymore. So just wanted to let this information out, guys. There you go. This is a great way, and this is one of the reasons why Helena is such a great unit to pull for. All right, so definitely using the search skill is actually important. Like, if you use the search skill in pack number 8 and pack number 7, you can get 32 gold. You can do that in the city and in the 2 different areas of each of the packs. So guys, remember, using your search skill is actually really important so that you can get the gold ore, so that you can then craft your UR pieces of gear. Okay guys, so this is another one that you may not be aware of. It is that, you know, all characters have a different base stats, like base stats, and I'm not only talking about like attack and HP and all of that, right? I'm talking about crit rate and crit damage. Like, for example, let's check here, Renut, right? Renut, if you click here where it says growth, then you can see the base stats that come with the character, and then you see that he has 0% crit rate and he has 50% crit damage. Like, this is going to be like the most like general example of like all the units. Like, this is just the base for basically all units, right? But then there are some exceptions. Like, for example, we have Celia here that have 20% crit rate base, right? This is no gear, nothing, right? This is just base, 20% crit rate and 50% crit damage, which makes like building Celia way more easy, right? And then we have other characters like, for example, Maria, right? Maria is a character that has 10% crit rate, and she has 75% crit damage. Again, this really makes building these units way easier than building other units that comes with like less base stats. Aside from Maria, we also have Jaden, which is like the ugly side of all of this, right? He doesn't have any crit rate and he doesn't have any crit damage. So building Jaden is really complicated because you want him to do some damage, but for some reason they just don't want him to do any damage. They just want him to be like a full tank. But even though being a full tank, he doesn't really have like any magic resistance like other units. He doesn't have any defense by default, and yeah, being light, he also doesn't have any specific resistance as well. And then we have Ingrid, right? With Ingrid, we can see, well, this is bug here. It is showing 0%, but she actually have 25% crit rate, but she have 25% crit damage, right? So that's what we're going to be checking here. I'm not sure if that's correct. For some reason, she's bug. She's not showing correctly. But you can see here that I have 21.69% crit rate, but it is showing 26.69. The reason for this is because I actually have 25% crit rate base with her. And yeah, the crit damage is definitely 25% because you can see I have 122%. If you add 25 to this one, then it would be 147%. So just wanted to let you know, these guys, just check out all your characters. If there is a character that you really like, that you would really like to build, pay attention because, even though the character may be great, you would need to verify that the stats are actually good and that the character would be able to, have an actual, easier way to build. It is the same for other things like, for example, attack. Like people like is saying like, oh yeah, Lato is such a great unit because he has like massive amount of damage, but then his base attack is very low, and instead his base HP is very high. So keep this in consideration, guys. Again, just one small thing that I wanted to leave there for you. Hey guys, so something again is very small, but you may not be aware of these, or there may be a little bit of information that you are missing about it. There is actually an elemental system in the game, so there are some elemental advantages and disadvantages. As you can see here, fire is stronger than wind, wind is stronger than water, and then water is stronger than fire. Which this means is that if you are attacking an enemy with an elemental disadvantage, then you are going to be doing 25% less damage. If in the contrary, you are attacking an enemy with an elemental advantage, then you are going to be doing 25% more damage. For the case of light and dark, it's just basically that you do 25% more damage to light if you're attacking with dark, and it is the same thing for light, right? You do 25% more damage to dark if you're attacking with light. If you are attacking an enemy with the same element as yours, then you are going to be doing neutral damage. So there is not an increase and there is not a decrease. Keep in mind, guys, something important as well, that true damage is able to bypass like all defense checks, increases, and everything, but you cannot bypass elemental advantage or disadvantage. So for example, if you're attacking with Alec to a water unit, you are definitely going to be doing 25% less damage. Okay guys, so again, very simple one. Just hoping that you guys are not always like, oh no shit, Highlander, like everyone knows this. Again guys, I'm pretty sure that there is some people that may not be aware of this. As you know guys, there are some abilities that you have with your characters that when you select the ability, it may be showing like it attacks the very front or it skips, right? And what it means basically is that if the ability says that it attacks the very front, is that the attack is going to be done to the very unit that is right in front of your character. right? That's what it means. In the contrary, there are some abilities that they do what is called an skip ability. As you can see, characters that have an skip ability also have a skip basic attack. You see here that it says skip for the basic attack, and what it does is basically that they just are going to be skipping one line of enemies, right? Um, if there was an enemy here in this tile, then it would have been attacking this enemy instead. And it is the same for the ability, right? The ability is skipping this line and going all the way until the next enemy behind the line in which this enemy is. So that's basically what it means, guys. Skip attacks is just that. Okay, guys, so we are going to be talking about special characters now. I say special because these are characters that are able to do something that no other character is able to do. And for this example, we have Reginet. Reginet have an ability that allows you to focus all your attacks in an enemy that she attacks. So you can use Reginet to skip the front line, attack the back line, and then all your other units are going to be focusing the back line as well until the enemy that Reginet mark is dead. So this is really something very important. I mean, you may get into a point in this story in which, you know, there are these very, very annoying units in the back line, but there are so many units in the front line that are not allowing you to get them. So this is your best option because you have the skip ability here, and all you have to do is just use this skill, focus the back line, clear it up, and then you just finish up the front line later. Also, something very important about Reginet is that she only uses one SP, guys. So if you are looking for that character that you are needing for your comp, maybe in PvP, maybe you just have this team that is, you know, having these problems because you're needing one unit that is able to do some damage but don't use that many SP, Reginet is your girl. She is also really good because she starts with 20% crit rate. So there you go, guys. Reginet, very, very good unit to have. Okay, guys, so this is the end of the video for this part. Thank you so much for being here. If you're liking the content that I'm creating, please just subscribe to the channel, leave a like, leave a comment. I will really appreciate that, and it will help me a lot. Thank you, and see you in the next one.